What would you first do if you ever became a billionaire? Lunch. Can't plan a big purchase on an empty stomach. Yoda moves. Ketamine, he will buy. Also need that post-nut clarity. I was thinking more like a ham sandwich. Turn on double verification in my bank account. No buttholes here, you'll probably still procrastinate it. Please help verify your penis size. Your account is not safe until this is completed. Cries and I don't carry a microscope with me 24/7. Bank account or bank accounts? Take a full week on vacation. Okay, but you'd still check your work email on your phone, right? Since I, personally, work in security, you're damned right I would. If they're emailing me during a baka, something is literally on fire. Sounds like a problem for someone who isn't a billionaire, to be honest. Nothing. With that kind of money I could afford not to do anything for a while. You don't need money to do nothing, man. Take a look at my cousin. He's broke and don't do crap. Hey Peter, check out channel 32. It's the breast exam. Woo. When you're having a bad day at your job, does anyone ever say, looks like somebody has a case of the Mondays? No buttholes here, man, no. I believe you'd get your butt kicked for saying that. I believe there is a crap no buttholes here man in there as well. I'll tell you what I do, man, 2 chicks at the same time, man. As to scroll further than expected to find this. I knew it would be here. The kind of chicks that would double up on a dude like me do. Epping A, Peter man. All these big ambitions people have. I'd pay off the house and bills. Then just kick it and enjoy my time with my wife and kids. I would never tell anyone and pull money out of my butt when I need it. But pennies do give a certain amount of confidence. They might smell bad, but money is money. YouTube link. That brigade of citizens sure seem to be upright. Fix my teeth. Get an attorney. Edit. Wow. My first awards. Thank you, kind strangers. But seriously, if anyone ever does end up gaining an absurdly large amount of money, there was a post years ago about how not to let it ruin your life. Web link. Then an accountant. Then hookers and cocaine. Excly. May. Forget the lawyer, the accountant and the cocaine. Bender style. Just get an accountant that's will to do double entry bookkeeping. That was actually created by monks, kind of big deal. It was like the blockchain of its time. Edit. Actually this makes me wonder if blockchain will disrupt traditional accounting. Then cookers and cocaine. Cocaine. And then propane. And propane accessories. Get the best attorney I can find, and use his attorney. Haha, you can't afford my attorney. No, I definitely can actually. So. Like mom? Yes, a bit like mom, but only if your mom has highly specialized degrees and maintains current knowledge on the markets, tax laws, security process, emerging threats, etc. My mom's the crap, but she ain't got all of this. Probably a whole damn law firm and a reputable accounting firm too. If you think about it, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is a small army of over 1,000 people, including lawyers and accountants, just for the sole purpose of doling out billions in wealth. You better call Saul. Buy 2 senators and make them fight. They are surprisingly cheap. Can you get a few more and let the rest of us watch? Let's pool our money and make this happens. Thunderdome, 2 senators enter, 1 leaves. Only 4 or 5 figures needed to sell out your constituents on a specific issue. Web link. That doesn't make any sense. An upper-middle-class family could afford to swing major votes then. There's almost certainly more involved. I'd like to see a fist fight between McConnell and Lindsey Graham. Become a millionaire. There's a joke that goes, how do you become a millionaire in motorsport? Start out a billionaire. Technically true once you spend that first dollar. Unless you spend it incredibly fast, you probably have more after spending it than before. You great sir have not seen the rising prices of Snickers bars recently. I have not recently turned into Abe Vigoda, so no need. Depends. Revive my favorite TV shows. I don't care if anyone is already dead. We have CGI for that. I agree with this. Firefly, Exo Squad, Angel, Dead Like Me, Pushing Daisies, Jericho, True Calling. And I'm sure so many more. Jericho, now that's a show I haven't thought of in a while. I share your thoughts. Even expensive shows may cost $2 million per episode, but that's nothing for billionaires, and you can get some of the money back if you sell it to Netflix. Remake the last 2 seasons of GOT. I'd employ a law firm that semi-exclusively litigated my petty squabbles with the world. False advertising. Cop car paint colors. Whatever else that bothers me. What is the correct paint color? I was referring to black on black or white on white. Isn't white on white just called white? They'll usually do matte white over gloss white. Web link. I have a similar idea. I would buy an old beat-up car and crash into cars cutting in traffic. Too many female parts take advantage, and it would be great screwing their day. Buy my own private island and have a house built that is designed to give me the best possible sleep I could ever have. I like the private island idea. Would have to be one without snakes and spiders galore though. That would ruin it for me. With $1 billion you could remove anything you didn't like, form the island in a couple days. I want the gravity removed. I'd still eat Kraft dinner but with really expensive ketchups. Dijon ketchup. A nice Chesterfield or an Ottoman. I'd open a furniture store and call it the Ottoman Empire. And an emu. I bet you always wanted an emu. And a fur coat. But not a real fur coat. That's cruel. How about a green dress then? But not a real green dress. That's cruel. You know, they have pre-wrapped sausages, but you never hear about pre-wrapped bacon. Well, can you blame them? Yeah. But not a real green dress. That's cruel. Build a large homeless shelter with therapists to show them how to get back on their feet. Was homeless for 6 years. You are mentally different after that. Masturbate in order to activate post-nut clarity, then make a decision. Damn. I shouldn't have just busted a nut on this large wad of cash. I guess I'll just burn it. I'm effing rich after all. Japan actually has a word for that, kanyatemu. Laughing out loud sage time. I would do nothing. I would do nothing and it would be everything I ever thought it could be. Well, you don't need $1 million to do nothing, man. Take a look at my cousin, he's broke, don't do crap. F&A. Hey Peter man, check out Channel 9. Become an ex-billionaire. I'd build a Hunger Games theme park complete with an arena and invite 24 children a year. Invite. Yeah, they're volunteers. I just realized that Hunger Games could be a sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The Chocolate Factory was a Hunger Games arena. Willy Wonka was the head game maker and every kid had to bring a parent or guardian for the quarter quell. I'm pretty sure there's already a Willy Wonka sequel called Snowpiercer. First thing, hire a lawyer. Second thing, hire security. Third thing, pay off every living expense my family and friends will have for their entire life. This will sound cliché. Take care of friends and family. Invest majority. Travel for remainder of my life. Me too, laughing out loud. First thing I would do is buy my parents a house. Buy their house and raise rent to squeeze all the cash out of them. This guy capitalisms. You would be popular for taking care of your friends, and it's a good thing to do, but I feel like it would get weird once the word gets out. You might suddenly find yourself surrounded by a lot of long-lost friends. I had a successful Kickstarter that brought in what would be a decent salary for where I live. Pair that with my day job and you would think some people close to me thought I was a millionaire or something. I suddenly had people I hadn't talked to in years or even the last decade hitting me up asking for all kinds of help. It was awful because if I had helped them all I would have no money left to actually fulfill the Kickstarter or keep for myself after all the hard work. If I did actually become a millionaire, I wouldn't tell a soul and only help people when I know they need it, and might even do so anonymously to avoid the inevitable hassles. Delete my social media. Or just do it anyway. Life has been way more relaxed for me since doing so. They said on a social media platform. Look, the important part is that I neither know nor care for anyone on here, so I can neither feel crafty in comparison to their awesome lives or feel bad for them if their lives are somehow less awesome than mine. Pay off random people's mortgages and credit card debts. A hard-working person who has credit cards at 29.9% interest from unfortunate times in the past can't get ahead by making minimum payments every month. I want to help them. Hey, it's me, your cousin with a ton of credit card debt. How are you? $1 billion is more money than I could spend in a lifetime. I'd work with a financial advisor and an attorney to figure out how much I need to comfortably live the rest of my life, as well as how I should go about securing stocks/bonds/other money-generating assets. Then I would take that amount, match it for both my siblings and my parents, and then figure out which modern-day efforts/charities would most benefit from the money. Seriously, $1 billion is way more than you think it is at first, more than a regular person could reasonably spend in a lifetime. 100 million is an F-load of money. $1 billion is 10 of those. Honestly, $1 billion is on the level that you can buy a house for 10 million and not even notice the money is gone. If you just leave the money in an index fund with an average return of 7%, you'll get 70 million a year. If you just keep it on your bank account with 0% interest, you'd have to spend 25 million each year, around 2 brother-in-law a month, in order to use it all in 40 years. What would you even spend it on? I would become a secret benefactor like the spider in Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. I would secretly find amazing people in the world and start sending them money and gifts that would help them to expand and grow their amazingness. I would start secretly paying off student lunch debt. I would secretly pay off layaway items at stores around the US in December. I would secretly hire a construction company to just show up in Flint, Michigan and start fixing all the plumbing. I would secretly fund library trucks that come into lower socioeconomic neighborhoods to provide every child and adult with 20 age-appropriate books for their home in order to create a grassroots neighborhood learning program that would encourage the sharing of books with others throughout the community. Nobody would know why, but the book mobiles would just start showing up once a week in public places. I would secretly offer public schools funding for music, art, philosophy, personal finance and real American and world history courses that would actually prepare our amazing children with the skills and knowledge they need to be amazing humans. I would secretly buy plots of land in industrial parts of cities like Portland, Seattle, Los Angeles with high homeless populations and start adding small, recycled homes to give every homeless person who needs a roof and clean water services like public showers and sinks. I would then secretly sponsor a free healthcare truck for every location to ensure all the homeless residents receive medical, dental and mental health care, including drug and alcohol counseling, needle exchange to assist them in regaining control of their precious lives while receiving the help and care they need. All just to prove how successful they can be. All of this in secret to give everyone in the world some hope that there is some secret person out there looking out for people who do good for the world and those in society who are currently unable to care for themselves. You know, hope. which many of us have lost. My hope is this secret, pay it forward support would encourage other millionaires and billionaires to feel peer pressure to engage far more of their wealth on specific funded programs in the world that actually physically help and reward deserving folks. Peace. Responsible me would hire a lawyer or some kind of financial advisor because I have no idea how to handle that kind of money. Irresponsible me would immediately call my tattoo guy and set up a few appointments. I love tattoos, but they are expensive. Higher security. Nothing, and if everyone didn't already know, I wouldn't tell anyone. I would just relax and not do much. Become king of Mars and force peasants to die for my dream. Found Musk's account. Username sounds suspiciously like a name Musk would use on his child's birth certificate. Fake my death and start over. Edit, why do you upvote? Please order gourmet pizzas to my mansion instead. Edit 2, subscribe to Modest Pelican on YouTube. I am being held hostage in his basement, and he's threatening to spend my billions on shark cards if you don't. Watch one of his GTA 5 videos to understand. I'm just trying to spread the good word of his channel. Could fake someone else's death just to mess with them. There was a death hoax about Dave Benson Phillips, UK children's entertainer/TV host, in the UK that spread pretty far. Apparently all his gigs cancelled on him because they thought he was dead. Give half to my parents, make 'em comfy forever. Least I can do to repay their kindness. $500 million is a lot of dough. You could give smaller fractions to more people. Realistically, you could probably give away life-changing amounts of money to every one of your friends and family and still be rich as F. I think paying off my parents' house mortgage would be a nice way to thank them. Buy new t-shirts and underwear. Purchase land, build sanctuary with tiny homes, apply to become a haven for refugees of war. Pay off my house and buy my daughter a horse. Buy Bitcoin on a dip, sell it high, then drive around every day giving people big wads of cash randomly. Get my name on a bunch of hospitals and charitable institutions and then just travel. That's a lot of spray paint. They're rich, they can afford it, I think. Through making donations or just bullying and vandalizing? Pay off student loans for people. Finance infrastructure projects. Finance educational facilities. Provide health care for people. And invest properly to keep more billions coming. Hire people to build cool and or useful stuff that doesn't exist yet. I worked for years for a man who cheated on his taxes and embezzled money from the business he ran. He openly admitted, "No, I don't pay for my cars, the business leases them all for me and my family." He admitted to not claiming all his income, buying his wife jewelry as a gift from the business, sending steaks to his buddies from the business. The first thing I would do is use my power, money and influence to ensure a pair of the best trained, most competent, most knowledgeable IRS auditors get his address and shut his butt all the way down. I won't pretend that I actually know this, but there has to be a way to tip the IRS off, no? You can give a free tip to the IRS without involving lawyers, etc., and in fact you can get paid for doing it. The payment awarded to you is a portion of what they recover. Basically, you can be an anonymous whistleblower, just fill out a form. Web link. Do eat. 2 chicks at the same time. They are flock animals, so, if you have space, going with 3 or more is even better than 2. Just make sure you have adequate square footage in your coop. I think it's like 10 square feet per chicken. That's it? If you have $1 billion, you would just do 2 chicks at the same time? F&A, man. Always wanted to do that. Buy land to build a house. Then build that house. Buy my husband a truck. Buy a SUV. Buy a reliable car for my brother-in-law. Pay off our debts. Pay off my in-laws' house. Find someone with good social work ideas and fund them. Hire a bunch of people to pay minimum wage to do grueling labor and then rejoice in their misery. Are you sure you're not already a billionaire? We found Bezos' account. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.